boyfriend niya yung kapatid mo. Tama ba?
Yun po yung deklarasyon po nila.
So, boyfriend nga niya.
Opo, kasi yun po yung sinasabi po din nila sa akin.
So, ikaw, hindi mo ba nakikita na malagkit ang tinginan nila, gano'n? Wala ka ba nakikita ng gano'n? Ha? So,
din po.
so napapansin mo rin, no? Sige, salamat.
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right against self-incrimination po kasi may final na rin kaso sa akin.
Anong pong case yun na Miss Ong?
Sa human trafficking po.
Tama po ba na yung kinontribute niyong amount makapagtayo ng ganun karami na buildings?
Again po, Mr. Chair, rape case sa money laundering po. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry po.
So you like congratulations, etc., etc. What's so funny, Miss Ong?
In other words, Mr. Chair, I hope I'm wrong, but her actuations and her actions reflects a complete picture of a pathological liar.
Ito ang latest update sa kaso ni dating Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Goo na nauugnay umano sa illegal na aktibidad sa ating bansa. Sa kanyang unang pagharap sa pagdinig ng Kamara, pinakontempt na agad siya dahil umano sa kanyang pagsisinungaling at hindi pagsagot sa mga tanong ng mga mambabatas. Hindi rin nakaligtas si Cassandra Leong dahil sa ikalawang pagkakataon ay muli na naman itong na-cite in contempt. Mula Kamkrame, pinag-utos ng Pasig Regional Trial Court na ilipat si Alice Goo sa Pasig City Jail Female Dormitory para sa kanyang kasong may kaugnayan sa qualified trafficking, non-bailable o walang piyansa umano para rito. Lumabas din sa pagdinig na may 200 million pesos na utang si Alice Goo sa iba't ibang bangko na labis na ikinagulat ng mga mambabatas. Samantala, inisyuhan na ng cost order ng Quadcom ng Kamara ang misis ni Attorney Harry Roque na si Myla. Matatandaan na dati na siyang inibitahan sa pagdinig pero hindi ito nakadalo. Pinagpapaliwanag ang misis ni Attorney Harry Roque kung bakit nasa bahay nila sa Benguet nagtatago ang utak ng malaking sindikato na puganti umano sa China. Si Roque naman ay patuloy pa ring pinaghahanap pero sa kanyang social media, ito ang kanyang naging banat. Halina't sabay-sabay nating panuorin at alamin ang video ito na tiyak na ikakagulat nyo. Ngunit bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag kalimutang i-like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more updates and for more upcoming videos. Maraming salamat!
Pinaaresto na naman ako ng Kongreso. Alam nyo naman, dati na nila talagang plano yan. Ang totoo po niyan, kaya ako pinupuruhan ng Kongreso dahil ako daw ang pinaghihinalaan ni Speaker na ako daw ang nagkalat noong pulboronic video na ibinroadcast ni Maharlika. Alam niyo po, that's giving me too much credit. Kasi syempre, yung makaka-access lang ng pulboronic video, yung nakakalapit kay Presidente. Hindi naman ako nakakalapit kay Presidente. Tumakbo nga ako ng senador sa Unity, pero hindi naman kami naging malapit. No? Kahit anong gawin ko, talagang hindi naman talaga ako naging malapit sa kanya. Kasi talagang parang may distansya siya kapag bagong tao, no? Yun yung aking na-discover. Kaya nag-give up na rin ako. Nasabi ko, di wag. Pero anyway, kaya po talaga sa mulat mula, pinupuruhan nila ako. Now, alam ko naman ho bilang abogado na may kapangyarihan ng Kongreso na mag-cite in contempt. Pero alam nyo ba ho, kaya meron silang ganyang kapangyarihan, hindi po para magparusa. Wala pong kapangyarihan ng Kongreso na mag-contempt para magparusa. Ang kanyang kapangyarihan na mag-contempt ay para lang maprotektahan yung institusyon. So, unang-una po, hindi dapat ginagamit ang contempt pagpaparusa. Ako nga po, pinaparusahan ako dahil ako nga daw di umano yung source ng pulboronic video na hindi naman ako. No? Pangalawa po, bagamat meron silang ganyang kapangyarihan, sinabi na po ng Korte Suprema, merong limitasyon po yan. Ano mo yung limitasyon na yan? Unang-una, dapat yan po ay may kinalaman sa investigasyon. Pangalawa, dapat rin respeto ang karapatan ng mga resource persons. Now, anong kinalaman po ng aking Statement of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth sa POGO? Di ba po, ang iniimbestigahan ay POGO? Anong kinalaman ng aking mga income tax return sa POGO? Anong kinalaman ng bentahan ng pamilya ko ng lupa sa POGO? Anong kinalaman ng estate ng aking tiya sa POGO? Wala po. Ang katotohanan, wala silang mahanap na link sa akin sa POGO. Dahil sinabi na nga ni Cassie Ong na hindi talaga ako involved sa Lucky South. Pero dahil wala silang mahanap na link sa akin sa Pogo, humahanap sila ng butas. At siguro naman, makakahanap sila ng bukutas. Bakit? Hindi naman ako accountant eh. Alam niyo naman, ako naggagawa ng mga required forms, pero hindi naman ako talaga eksakto gumawa ng mga exact forms. Pero sa akin, kung ang gusto nilang patunayan, meron akong unexplained wealth, bakit hindi na lang sila magsampa ng kaso? At alam niyo po, naging desisyon na yan ng Korte Suprema doon sa kaso nga ng Begzon versus Blue Ribbon Committee, Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, na ang sabi ng Korte, hindi po hudikatura ang Kongreso. So hindi po pwede pagdinig nila, gagamitin nila para parusahan ng mga tao sa paglabag sa batas. Kung talagang sa tingin nila na meron akong unexplained wealth, di magsampa sila ng kaso at ipapakita ko naman sa ombudsman o kung saan ko kinuha yung pera na pambili ng mga lupa. Kasi nga po, ang bilin sa akin ng lolo ko, pag ikaw nagbenta ng lupa, bumili ka ng lupa. So sa akin wala pong problema yon. Pero wala pong jurisdiction ang Kongreso na paghimasukan itong mga bagay-bagay na pribado dahil ang investigasyon nila ay Pogo. Ano ba sinasabi nila? Sinasabi nila ang Pogo daw bumibili ng mga lupa. Meron ba silang nakita na kahit isang lupa na nasa pangalan ng Pogo? Ang mga lupa po namin nasa pangalan ng mga family corporations ko. Alam niyo po, tinatanggap naman talaga yan dahil pag ikaw'y namatay at nasa family corporation, hindi ka kinakailangan magbayad ng estate tax. At kapag ikaw nagbentahan at nasa pangalan niya ng korporasyon, mas mababang buwis ang babayaran mo kasi ang bentahan yung shares of stocks, hindi yung halaga ng lupa mismo. So sa akin po talaga, ang talagang dapat sundin na desisyon ng Korte Suprema itong Begzon. Pag hindi po at walang kinalaman sa iniimbestiga ng Kongreso, hindi dapat isiwalat ng mga resource persons. Pangalawa, kung talagang hinuhuli nila ako dahil sa isang krimen, wag nilang gamitin ang aking sariling testimonya at sariling mga dokumento ko na ebidensya labang sa akin. Yan po yung karapatan against self-incrimination. Humanap sila ng ebidensya kung sinasabi nila na Pogo ang bumili ng mga lupa namin, di ilabas nila. Paano naman po mangyayari yun? Yung mga aking family corporations, 2014 pa sinimula. Wala pang Pogo sa Pilipinas. Nasimulan na yung aking mga family corporations. Ang mga bentahan po, bago pa. Sumulpot yung Lucky South 99 na yan, na pilit nilang inuugnay sa akin. Ang katunayan po, ang na-establish lamang, unang-una, sinamahan ko si Cassie Ong para nga po humingi ng gives. Gives sa pagbayad dun sa kailangang bayaran sa PAGCOR dahil nga po, di umano sila'y nadispalkohan. At pangalawa, yung kaso na hinawakan ko sa Whirlwind. Dahil kumpleto naman po yan sa dokumento. O nga pala, natalo na kami sa kasong yon. Pero natalo kami matapos nila 1 taon. Mantakin mo, nung lumapit naman sa akin ng Whirlwind, meron na silang writ of execution, pinapaalis na sila. Pero, napahaba ko naman po yung panahon. Naging 1 taon bago sila napalayas. No? At ngayong napalayas na sila, tinake over naman ng gobyerno. So, bali wala ang panalo nila. Kasi gobyerno ngayon ang nakaposisyon doon sa Pogo sa Porac. At hindi naman makukuha yan ng mga pribadong nagmamay-ari. So parang Pyrrhic victory, no? Wala rin nakuha yung may-ari ng lupa. Pero siyempre, ang laki din nang nawala doon sa Whirlwind kasi ginawa nila yung 49 buildings at meron din silang nabayaran na partial para doon sa kabahagi ng kabuuan ng 10 hectares. Parang hindi ko nagkakamali, parang 4 hectares ata. Pero yan po yung dapat nilang imbestigahan. Nasaan ang pera ng Lucky South na di umano ginamit ko pagbili ng mga lupain? Wala pong ganyan kahit anong testimonya. Kasi ang sabi nga ni Cassie Ong, wala akong kinalaman sa Lucky South. Ang hinawakan ko lang kaso ng ejectment. So siguro naman naintindihan ninyo kung bakit pati yung mga medical records ko anong pakialam ng mga medical records ko at ng misis ko sa investigasyon sa Pogo. At nakita nyo naman talaga yung tiya ko na namatay na, yung kanyang estate, anong kinalaman dyan? So sa akin po, hindi po ako unang-una, hindi ako pugante sa batas. Mali po yung sinasabi ni Ace Barbers, the Barbers na ako daray pugante. Hindi po. Ang contempt of Congress, ikaw ay pinarusahan, pinapakulong ng Kongreso. Pero wala po akong batas na linabag. Nagsampa na po sila ng kaso laban kay Cassie at dun sa iba pang mga involved sa Lucky South 99. Hindi po ako kasama sa kahit anong kaso. Nagsampa nila ng kaso dun sa kay Alice Guo sa Banban, hindi rin po ako kasama doon. So wala po akong kasong hinaharap sa piskalya o sa hukuman. Ang kaso ko lang po dahil ayaw ko nga ibigay yung mga dokumento na wala naman pong kinalaman sa investigasyon ng Pogo. At nandyan nga po yung desisyon ng Begzon. bilang authority na hindi mapipilit na ibigay ang mga dokumentong wala kinalaman sa investigasyon. Hindi nga po siya po pwedeng tanungin ng mga bagay-bagay na walang kinalaman sa investigasyon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Mr. Chair, I'd like to direct my questions to Ms. Cassandra Ong. Ms. Ong, kumusta ang pakiramdam mo? Nakatulog ka ba ng maayos? Nakakain ka okay ba yung pagkain mo?
Okay lang po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so yung blood sugar mo okay naman?
May maintenance naman po.
Okay, sige. Thank you very much. Sir Chair, Ms. Cassandra Ong, balikan lang po natin yung mga naunang pandinig, no? Na-establish po natin yung fact na you were born in 2000, in year 2000, right? And then you were not able to finish your elementary education. That's correct, right? Yes. Pwede pong pakigamit po yung mikropono. Tama po?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
And then in 2019, you were 19 years old at that time and you were already the representative of Lucky South 99. No? Tama po ba yun?
Mr. Chair, I refuse. I invoke my right against self-incrimination po kasi may final na rin kaso sa akin.
Anong pong case yun, Ms. Ong?
Sa human trafficking po.
What does that, ano po yung kinalaman doon sa... But anyway, Ms. Ong, dito po, kasi it's already an established fact that you were, in 2019, you were already representing Lucky South 99 as indicated by the established agreement that you entered between Lucky South and Whirlwind Company. So, but the fact is you were 19 years old at that time. Tama po ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, sige. So, sa unang pandinig din po, na-mention niyo po na hindi niyo po sinusubaybayan itong hearing na ito prior to your coming here, no?
Hindi lahat.
Hindi lahat?
Bali, napapanood naman. Sobrang madalang lang po.
Okay. So, aware din ho kayo dun sa mga unang katanungan regarding your first meeting kay Attorney Harry Roque? Yung mga kasagutan po niya?
No po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, maaari niyo ba pong may salaysay kung ano po yung nature or yung circumstance ng inyong pag-meet ni Mr. Harry Roque?
Saan po ulit, Mr. Chair?
Maaari niyo po pang may salaysay kasi sabi niyo hindi ho kayo nakikinig or nanonood sa mga naunang pandinig ng komiting ito. So, hindi niyo rin ho, I think, nakita o napanood yung mga kasagutan po ni Attorney Harry Roque nung siya po ay tinanong kung paano po kayo unang nag-meet, no? So baka for fairness sake, no? Maaari niyo po ba bang may salaysay sa amin dito? Ano po yung nature, ano po yung circumstance kung paano ho kayo nag-meet first ni Attorney Roque?
First time na mag-meet
Yes,
po,
first
no?
time.
Na-explain ko na po last time sa committee na to. Ang sabi ko po is, nakilala ko siya during nung time na after election po.
Ano pong year yun?
After election, mga around
Kasi dalawa pong election in 2019, nagka-election po tayo. In
Opo,
2022,
yung last election po is
2019.
20.
Tama po ba?
Hindi po.
2022.
Opo.
Okay, nung 2022 po kayo nagkakilala ni Atty.
Opo.
Sa anong paraan po kayo nagkakilala, Mr. Chair, Ms. Ong?
Pinakilala lang po siya sa akin during dinner. Basta sa isang pagkainan lang po.
Okay. Ano po ba yung panag-usapan nyo doon sa dinner na iyon?
Wala naman po.
Wala.
Opo.
Okay, sige. May alam ho ba kayo sa solar business?
Ayun po yung sana na magiging parang partner po namin.
Ano po?
Ayun sana magiging isa sa mga negosyo po
So, ibig
namin.
sabihin, meron kayo pinag-uusapan. Hindi tama yung sagot mo sa akin na wala kayong napag-usapan. Or?
Mr. Chair, sorry po. Ang sinabi niyo po kanina is nung una po, di ba? To be honest, nung una, wala po masyado. Ang alam ko, wala po talaga. Pero
Hindi,
meron
kasi
po...
Mr. Chair, ang sabi, at gusto ko lang pong ilinawin dito na kasi nga po you were very somewhat close or had an influence or perhaps meron kang certain relationship with Attorney Harry Roque na yung hiningi mo sa kanyang samahan kanya sa pag-course. So hindi lang yun acquaintances. Maybe something is really between you. That's why I'm trying to understand whether Attorney Harry Roque was really telling the truth when he was asked the first time that you met. Ang sabi po niya is you met together in a I don't know, in a convention or in a para po doon sa mga solar business, no? So now you're telling me you met Mr. Attorney Harry Roque in a dinner and hindi kayo nag-usap or wala kayo napag-usapan?
Nung first, Mr. Chair, nung first meet po namin, ang pagkakaalam ko wala po. Baka possible po, ang kausap niya po yung ninong ko po.
Okay. But then again, tanungin kita. Sabi mo kanina, you were at this point in time, you were probably, let's keep 2022, you're probably around 19, 20. You're 22 years old. Tama po ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Pwede mo ba sa akin malaman kung ano po yung alam nyo sa solar business, sa energy?
Hindi po ako yung mismong may alam po sa solar business po.
So bakit kayo nag-meet kung wala kang alam sa solar business?
Again po, yung ninong ko po, hindi po siya marunong mag-Tagalog, hindi po siya marunong mag-English.
Alright. Pero ang sabi po ni Mr. Harry Roque ay nag-meet kayo sa isang convention and not sa dinner. No? But be that as it may, just want to find out really the first meeting between you and Harry Roque and representing your ninong. Anong nangyari po? Anong company po ito nire-represent ng yung ninong nung nag-meet kayo?
Bali, ang pagkakaalam ko wala pa po. Parang first meet po is parang pakilala po ang alam ko po.
Yeah, pero at least hindi niya kayo imi-meet kung wala siyang interest o wala siyang mag-engage into business, hindi ho ba?
By that nung time na yon, Mr. Chair, hindi po yata ako hindi po ako yung naging translator nung time na yan. So, hindi.
So, anong ginagawa mo doon?
Bali po, nung time na yon, I think galing ako somewhere, tapos sumunod lang po ako nung time na yun kung hindi po ako nagkakamali.
Sumunod ka lang?
Nung time na yun, Mr. Chair, bali siguro other place po ako galing nung time na yun, tapos hindi po...
Okay, babalikan ko na lang yun, Miss Ong. Dito
Okay
naman
po,
po
Mr. Chair.
yes po. Mr. Chair, nung nakarang hearing din, Mr. Chair, na-establish nga talaga na you were connected with Lucky South 99. Tama ho ba? In fact, you are the representative, authorized representative ka ng Lucky South 99. No? You were once. Tama ba?
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, I invoke my right against self-incrimination po kasi may filan na po silang kaso sa akin ngayon.
Regarding what?
Sa human trafficking and regarding with connection of Lucky South po.
Okay, but be that as it may, it's already established fact, no? So you were a legal representative, authorized representative of Lucky South 99. Simula po ba nung 2009, familiar di ho ba kayo sa Kirchner Games International?
I'm not sure po, Mr. Chair.
Sigurado ka?
Opo.
In 2009, Mr. Chair, nag-apply po ang Lucky South 99, in fact, for nandito po yung application kit of Laco South 99 as service provider for Kishna Games International dito po sa PAGCOR. I'd just like to, if I may request, Mr. Chair, the COMSEC, pwede pong paki-flash sa monitor yung service provider application form. Hindi, yung isa po. Yung application kit of Lucky South as service provider for Kishna Games International. Yan. Pirma niyo po ba yan? Ms. Cassie Ong? Ikaw po yung nakapirma dyan sa isa sa mga form ng Lucky South 99 noong 2009 na nag-apply ito bilang service provider. Tama po ba?
Parang...
2019, I'm so sorry. 2019.
Mr. Chair, parang hindi ko po sulat yan. Do you have the copy po?
Yeah.
Pwede ko makita.
Yeah. COMSEC, please.
Thank you po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I hope this will not be deducted from my time.
Yeah, it will not be deducted.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, Mr. Chair, Ms. Ong.
Pwede po magsabi.
Yes po.
Bali po, Mr. Chair, hindi ko po talaga sure if sign ko po ba yun o hindi.
Okay.
If ever sign ko po or hindi, that's way back 2019. So, hindi ko po masigurado. Pasensya na po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, ito yung isang malaking dokumento, importanteng dokumento ito, no? Ito yung nagpapatunay na ang Lucky South 99 ay magbibigay bilang isang service provider sa isang kumpanya din ng Kishna Games International. So, I don't think it's that easy to forget, no? Especially if you affix your signature being a corporate as a representative. But I'd like to ask if we have NBI here, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Attorney Magno is present. Before that, let me acknowledge the presence first of Congresswoman Janet Garin, Congressman Bambi Emano, and Congresswoman Arlene Brosas. Please proceed.
Thank you, NBI. Di ba part of your work in the investigation of this case is to compare and verify the signatures, is it correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so do you have a doctyloscopy expert in your division, in the Bureau?
With regards to specimen
Signatures and
signatures, we
specimen
have
signatures.
the question document division.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I'd like to probably submit these documents to NBI so they can confirm whether the signature is forged, because we would like, or whether the signature is really authentic. But I do believe this is really authentic because the document that we have in our possession came from PAGCOR. So NBI, I would just like to submit, I would later maybe, and then verify. Maybe can you do that today?
It will depend on the specimen submitted, Your Honor, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. Of
Thank
course,
you.
we need the original of the document and then the specimen signatures of the one being question, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, but I assume that you already have the specimen of the signatures of Ms. Cassie Ong et al. Since you have already started the investigation of Pogo operation, right?
We will check, Mr. Chair.
So it would not be difficult for you to really verify whether these signatures are authentic or not.
We will check with our investigative team.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, Ms. Ong, gusto ko lang pong malaman, may kilala ho ba kayong Han Gao? Kilala niyo po ba yan?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So kung kilala niyo po ba, alam niyo ho ba rin na base dito sa dokumento, nag-apply ang Lucky South noong 2019 at siya isang CEO and president po ng isang service provider, no? At tinutukoy dito sa application form ay ang Lucky South 99. Tama po ba?
Mr. Chair, hindi ko po sigurado kasi hindi po ako yung nag-prepared niyan, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, but kilala mo ho siya?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So alam ni rin ho ba na na siya ay based doon po sa certificate na pinakita natin, connected po ito dahil ito po yung nag-a-apply ng International Games Incorporated. Tama po ba?
Pasensya na po talaga, Mr. Chair. Hindi ko po sigurado kasi hindi naman po.
Okay, sige. Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask if we have Bureau of Immigration here.
Attorney Ongtat is present from the BID.
Maybe I would like to ask PAGCOR. First PAGCOR.
Sure.
Yes. PAGCOR, do you have in your list a person with the name of Han Gao as one of the CEO, used to be the CEO and president of Kirchner Games International Incorporated, who's also applying for availing of the services of the Lucky South 99. Would you confirm?
Mr. Chair, we will check the name, Miss Howe.
Yes.
Lang. And Mr. Chair, for clarification, Kirchner Games is the Pogo licensee.
Yes.
And the one that is applying
Service is the
as
Lucky
service
South
provider
99.
is Lucky
Lucky
South
South. That
99.
is correct.
We will check, sir.
Sige, thank you. What's so surprising, Mr. Chair, is that this person is 23 years old when she was applying, when she was already indicated here as a president of that said company. And Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask immigration again. Do you have any data regarding this particular person? What's her visa status?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'll be inquiring from the officer and then I'll be giving you an update on the identity or whatever data we have on this individual.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Now, I'd like to proceed, Ms. Ong. Bakit po, according to PAGCOR, no? Una po, ano po yung nature ng kumpanya ng Lucky South 99? Baka alam nyo po nung pagpasok nyo. Di ba ho, isa sa mga service provider, tama ho ba? Tama ho, PAGCOR? Kasi
Yes, sir.
baka mag-invoke naman si Ms. Ong.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, Ms. Ong, in 2020, ba't nag-a-apply ngayon ang Lucky South 99 for a Pogo license from a service provider at nag-apply kayo after a year as a Pogo operator?
Mr. Chair, pwede ko kayo i-consult sa lawyer ko saglit yan.
Hindi, pero hindi. Ito na-establish na po ito na di ba? In fact, you went to the PAGCOR with Attorney Harry Roque. Now, from the service provider before in 2019, you have applied for a POGO license. Diba? Ang tanong ko ngayon, Ms. Ong, bakit nag-apply ang Lucky South 99 for a POGO license? Dahil nag-operate na ba ito as a POGO? Tama
Pwede
po
ko
ba?
i-consult saglit yung
Okay,
lawyer
sige,
ko.
please.
Para lang sa... Mr. Chair,
Yes.
ano po?
Yes
I
po.
invoke my rights against self-incrimination kasi kasama daw po yung Lucky South or yung operation ng Lucky South sa na-file nilang kaso po.
Anong kaso yon again, Ms. Ong, Mr. Chair?
Human trafficking po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay, but at any rate, Mr. Chair, in 2020, Lucky South 99 applied from a service provider, applied for a POGO license. In fact, it was approved on October 2020. Tama po ba? I mean, this is a record. Tama po ba?
I'm not sure po, Mr. Chair.
But it was approved in 2020. You were there. You were actually asking for a... But at any rate, alam niyo po ba ang konsepto ng isang service providers, Ms. Ong?
No po, Mr. Chair.
Ha?
Hindi po kasi ako mismo yung nag-apply ng mga yan. Nag-representative lamang po ako. Wala po akong kinalaman sa...
Pero ito, sige.
Opo.
So, itong service providers, pwede naman itong maging BPO o customer relations. POGO, pwede rin itong taga-operate ng games. Pwede rin, just answer if it's yes or no, ha? Pwede rin itong IT support provider, gaming software platform, provider, meron ding streaming provider. Tama po ba? Yan po yung... Tama po ba?
Pasensya na po, Mr. Chair. I'm not sure po talaga.
Hindi ka sigurado?
Hindi po.
Pero ikaw yung corporate secretary, what makes us...
In-
paano po namin maintindihan at paano po namin maniniwala na wala kong kaalam-alam when in fact, you've been authorized to sign documents to represent Lucky South 99. In fact, you went to PAGCOR to apply for a renewal or for an IGL after the PAGCOR has amended their guidelines for a POGO operation ng IGL. So, paano po kami maniniwala doon na una, hindi mo alam ang pag-uusapan niyo doon ni Harry Roque, dumating ka lang doon, tapos ngayon na-involve ka sa Lucky South 99 in 2019, pumipirma ka ng pumipirma ng mga importanteng dokumento, tapos wala ka man kaalam-alam. Ganun ba yung gusto mong sabihin sa amin?
Mr. Chair, i-correct ko lang po. Corporate Secretary po ako ng Wordwin at Lucky South po. And hindi po ako yung nag-apply mismo ng license ng Lucky South po.
But you must be very, very influential in the company because you have been authorized by the company to sign on behalf of the entire company, on behalf of the stockholders. So why do you have that kind of influence in the trust of the shareholders to authorize you to sign documents on behalf of the company? What makes you so special?
Magkonsulta lang po ako sa lawyer
Okay.
ko.
Saan tayo sa Ms.
I'm not
Rachel?
sure po kasi can I answer po?
Sige, please answer. And then, last two questions, Congressman Adeo.
Bilis pala ng... Okay. So, mag-fast forward na lang po ako, Mr. Chair, sa Kasi medyo mahaba po yung tatanong ko sana kay Ms. Go, pero
We
ito na lang po.
can have a second round for those who want to register again to ask questions to our resource persons. We can do that on our second round, Your Honors. So, just for because we have a long list of members who wish to ask questions. That's why we're limiting it to 10 minutes each. Kindly wrap up, Congressman Adjong, and then we will reserve you for the second round.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sa dati pong unang pangdinig, ang sinabi nyo hindi ka involved sa operation ng Lucky South 99, tama ho ba?
Opo. Opo.
Yes.
Iba po yung nag-represent at inutusan po sa may kinalaman po sa operational.
Kaya nga, ang sinabi mo nga ay ang ano mo lang, ang participation mo lang is ikaw ang nangongolekta ng bayad. Tama po ba?
Mr. Chair, regarding sa pangongolekta ng bayad po, huli na po yung last year lang po, Mr. Chair.
Ano po?
Since last year lang po yung regarding po sa payment po ng PAGCOR po.
Oo, yung pangongolekta. No, pangongolekta ng mga ano nyo. Yung mga, di ba nagbibigay ng ang Lucky South 99 sa service providers, may mga kliyente po kayo, hindi ba?
Meron kliyente po ng Lucky South 99 po,
And when
Mr.
you were
Chair.
part of the whirlwind, is it correct that one of your clients is Lucky South 99 and there's been other companies who rented the space? Kasi ano kayo developer ka, realty developer, hindi ba? Tama mo ba yun?
Tama po, pero
Okay, so ano yung participation mo doon?
nagpaparenta lang po kami.
Kaya nga, so sabi ko nga, ikaw yung kumukolekta ng mga payments, no? Ng inyong mga kliyente. Tama po ba yun?
Iisa lang po yung kliyente namin, Lucky South 99 lang po.
Lucky South 99.
Opo, Mr.
So,
Chair.
ilan po yung inirerentan po ng Lucky South 99? Hindi po ba na-establish yun na isang address din po yan?
Opo, Mr. Chair, iisa lang.
Isa lang address
Opo.
ang Lucky South 99. Yung mga iba pong mga service providers na binibigyan po, sineservice ng Lucky South 99, hindi ho nyo kinukuhan din po ng mga renta?
Sorry, pwede po pakiulit, Mr. Chair?
Yung mga others clients po ng Lucky South 99, for example, hindi nyo kumukuha ng renta ang Whirlwind Company?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Sige, na-establish din po, Mr. Chair, sa mga unang pangdinig, si Miss Baterna ay inyong executive assistant, tama po ba yun?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Hindi, nandun po dun sa affidavit na sinubmit po nung kaso po dun sa ang lawyer po is si Harry Roque. Si Miss Baterna was cited there, signed the documents in the judicial affidavit as your executive assistant. By this time, she's already representing Lucky South 99 and you were representing Whirlwind Company. I'd like to ask na lang, Miss Baterna, familiar din ho kayo sa Fujian Company? Fujian Amoy. Fujian Sheng Amoy. Familiar kayo doon, Miss Baterna?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Hindi
Pero
kayo
nakita ko po yung pangalan ko kanina nandoon po.
Yeah. Pero familiar kayo doon?
Hindi po.
Hindi ho nyo alam na nag-sign ho kayo nung unang nag-invest kayo doon ay very minimal naman po yung share nyo doon. Tapos, by the time that Miss Cassandra Ong divested her interest, ay exact amount yung share niya doon sa Fujian Company, Amoy Company, doon sa naging share mo. Alam mo ba yon?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair. Wala po akong share.
So baka tama po yung sinabi nyo na kung may mga dokumento na pinapapirma sa pagdating sa mga investment or mga pagdating sa pera, mga withdrawals, etc., binibigay lang sa'yo ni Miss Cassandra. Tama po ba yon?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I know my time is up, and just like to manifest, Mr. Chair, because I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask of Miss Cassandra Ong. Miss Ong, gusto ko lang pong paliwanagan ha, because Mr. Chair, since you have evaded several questions from this committee, you may not be aware of I think so, no? That since you have already evaded several questions, and you might, I don't know if you're aware or you may not be aware that from the previous committee meetings and hearings, Ms. Mascareñas, Attorney Harry Roque, and Ms. Baterna have consistently pointed to you as the person they've talked to, as the person in charge of, releasing, paying, collecting money from the companies that have connected to you, Lucky South, Win-Win, Fujian, who may directly involve in Pogo, who have something to do with giving operation to Pogo, or may have something connected with the persons whose names are very much prominent in Pogo operations. So Leno, ang point ko lang, Mr. Mula sa dokumento ng mga permits, mula sa dokumento ng mga articles of incorporations, sa mga dokumento na lease agreements, pati na rin sa mga dokumento na sinabmit sa korte. You may evade our questions, but your signatures are all over. Your signatures are all over the place. So, repeatedly, the consistency that we have established in these committee hearings among these three resource persons pointed to you as the person they talk to, the person who is in charge of collecting, paying, and the person who signed several important documents. So I think, Mr. Chair, we have just scratched the surface. I would have wanted to ask more about her dealings, her connection with Lucky South 99 prior to their request or their application to convert the company from a service provider into a POGO operation. And that has been established way back up, I think, in 2021 when they applied for a POGO operation. And when $500,000 have been charged as a penalty that they need to pay, and that's the time she requested the presence of Attorney Harry Roque to lobby and perhaps to help her pay the 500 and then get the permit for IGL. So everything that we are trying to unearth here, Ms. Cassie Ong has been evading the questions and hiding behind the premise of self-incrimination. But it is very obvious, Mr. Chair, despite the fact that she tried to hide herself from the right against self-incrimination, one thing comes out that cannot be denied. Her signature is all over the place, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much for the time. And if there's a second round, I'd like to avail of the second round, Mr. Chair.
Yes, certainly there will be a second round. Thank you, Congressman Adyong. The next to interpolate is Congressman Keith Flores, and then Congressman Paulo Ortega, and then Congressman Dan Fernandez. Congressman Flores, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, my questions will be directed to Ms. Cassie Ong. Ms. Cassie Ong, 2 weeks ago, when you were first presented here, there were several questions that I asked and of which you answered na i-double check mo at balikan mo ako. And one of which was, magkano yung ininvest mo sa Whirlwind?
Wait lang po, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Iano ko lang po.
Sige. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, still hindi ko pa po sure yung total
hindi mo
amount.
pa sure. Okay.
Opo,
Pero-
kasi
See, okay lang. I'll get back to you on that again.
Salamat
Kanina
po.
kasi, when you were questioned by Congressman Ziad, yung sinabi mo rin na isa lang yung client ng Whirlwind. And ang client niya is Lucky South 99. Di ba? And in 2019, ito ay sinablease ng Whirlwind to Lucky South 99. Tama po ba?
Yes po.
Yes. Now, if we can ask the Secretariat to please put on the screen the signature page of the sublease agreement between Whirlwind Corporation and Lucky South 99, the 2019 sublease agreement, please, if we can. The signature page lang po of the sublease agreement between Whirlwind and Lucky South 99. That's the GIS ata. I'm asking for the signature page of the sublease agreement for 2019 between Whirlwind Corporation and Lucky South 99. Yes, that's 2021. I want the 2019. That one. Thank you. Now, in that document, no, 2019, please. Pakita mo nga sa what I'm referring to, please. No, not to her. To the Secretariat para makita nila sa screen. Ano ang pinapa... Okay. Now, anyway, in the sublease agreement kasi, you signed as authorized representative of Lucky South 99 and not for Whirlwind Corporation in 2019. Tama po ba?
I'm not sure po, Mr. Chair. Bali, if regarding sa Lucky South 99 or Whirlwind po, I invoke my right against self-recrimination po kasi may final ng kaso sa akin.
But it's just about the contract of lease. Sabi mo naman kanina, you were answering na Lucky South 99 lang yung nag-lease ng premises ninyo, di ba?
Mr. Chair, sabi po na, ang advice po ng lawyer ko is maaari po siyang gamitin in the future case po.
Okay, sige. But
Pasensya
anyway,
na po.
if I can just show you, if our secretariat can just show it sana, you, in 2019, signed as authorized representative of Lucky South 99. Yet, we have the same copy of the sublease agreement dated 2021. This time naman, you signed as representative for Whirlwind Corporation. And in the sublease agreement, ang nakasabi doon is that they're renting the place for 100,000 pesos per month. Maalala niyo po ba na the rent was 100,000 pesos per month, Ms. Casiong?
I will double check it po sana. Kasi wala po sa akin lahat ng documents po, Mr. Chair.
If I show it to you, will you be able to recognize the sublease agreement ba?
Pero, Mr. Chair, if regarding po sa Lucky South or Whirlwind po, I invoke my right against self-incrimination po kasi maaari po siyang gamitin sa
Okay.
akin.
Now, kung sana
That's
nga,
the
yung
advice
kung
of the
magpakita
lawyer.
lang to sa screen natin, it will show that the sublease agreement states that the monthly rental is just 100,000 pesos per month. No? And in our previous, in your testimony the last time you were here, you said na ang pag-finance sa pagtayo ng buildings doon sa Whirlwind Corporation was from the rentals of Lucky South 99. Now, if you add it all up, that's just going to be 1.2 million a year ang rentals sa 100,000 po. Now, how could you be able to finance the building situated in that Pogo hub if it was just earning 1.2 million a year?
Mr. Chair, regarding naman po sa rental, yes, nagsabi po ako last time, pero right now po, they filed money laundering.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
Opo.
Kasi ayaw mong sagutin eh. So I'm telling you now na 100,000 yung rental at sinabi mo na ito yung ginamit pagtayo ng buildings doon. Now, I'll ask the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime. Sir, when you raided the place and there were 45 or 46 buildings in Whirlwind, magkano po sa tingin nyo ang ginastos nila to put up those structures?
At the very least, Your Honor, it would be in the hundreds of millions.
At the very
billions.
least. 2 billions. Okay. Now, if the corporation was only earning 1.2 million a year based on the sublease agreement signed by Ms. Cassandra Ong, how could they have been able to finance the building of those structures?
Quite obviously, not from the legitimate proceeds of both the sublessor and the sublessee. They might have taken other proceeds from not so legitimate sources, not manifested in the earnings of both sublessor and sublessee.
Kasi nung tinanong ko rin 2 weeks ago si Ms. Cassandra Ong kung nag-loan ba sila, sabi niya walang loan. They finance it on their own from their actual contributions and from the earnings of the rentals from the place. And she testified earlier upon questioning by Zia Adyong na isa lang yung client ng Whirlwind. It's just Lucky South 99 who was only paying 100,000 a month or 1.2 million a year. So now, baka naman sa actual contributions nila when they incorporated Whirlwind, baka doon naman pwede na ilagay yung capitalization nila. Would that be a possible source of the income, Mr. Casio?
Unfortunately not, sir. That's not where, according to our investigation, it would not point to that particular direction also. There may, again, we have filed the necessary charges in relation to money laundering against all the persons in relation to this group because of our belief that the proceeds from which the buildings were built were not from legitimate sources. Po.
Right. Now, Kasiong, remember po, Mr. Chair, 2 weeks ago, I also asked you, significant ba yung investment mo sa Whirlwind? Sabi mo, significant din, pero hindi mo maalala yung amount. Tama? Now, I'm going to show you the GIS, 2024 GIS of Whirlwind Corporation, Ms. Cassie Ong. Ma'am, if we can show sa screens po yung GIS ng 2024 ng Whirlwind Corporation. Ang binayad niyo po, representing 50%, I don't know, 58%, supposedly ang subscribed shares nyo is only worth 725,000 pesos. Hindi po umabot ng 1 million. Ang actual na binayad nyo po is only 181,250 pesos. Yan lang po as majority stockholder of Whirlwind Corporation, a corporation that owns 46 buildings in a Pogo hub that is estimated to be in the billions. Now, Mr. Chair, saan nyo kinuha yung pera pagtayo ng buildings na yun? Kasi definitely, hindi nanggaling yun sa rentals. Definitely, hindi nanggaling yun sa pondo na inilagay nyo in creating Whirlwind Corporation. Ms. Ong.
Mr. Chair, pasensya na po ulit. I have money laundering case po, so I invoke my right against self-incrimination po. Mr. Chair.
But the articles of incorporation has nothing to do with the money laundering naman. This is not a bank account. This is not the in or out of cash in your accounts. It's just your subscription of a corporation, which you have answered naman, Mr. Congressman Zia Adyong kanina. So how would that incriminate you?
Can I consult my lawyer
Go ahead,
po?
please consult your lawyer.
Thank you po.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, as of... Okay lang po.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Mr. Chair, as of now po, hindi pa po namin nakikita yung final na case sa amin sa money laundering po. Possible po yung income po namin or is maaari pong magamit sa cases po.
Okay. Pero sa nakita mo naman sa GS na pinakita ko sa'yo kanina, na ito lang yung amount na in-invest mo, 58% ka na, di ba? More than half of the corporation you own. And ganun kalaki yung napatayo nyo with the amount that you put in. Do you think it's proportionate? Tama po ba na yung kinontribute nyong amount makapagtayo ng ganun karami na buildings?
Again po, Mr. Chair, they filed case sa money laundering po. So,
Okay.
I'm sorry po.
So, Yusek Cruz of PAOK, sir, again, Ms. Casiong only paid up 181,250 pesos ang paid up niya. As of 2024 sa GIS nila. Saan kaya nanggaling yung pera pang gastos nila to put up those structures, sir?
Well, sir, Your Honor, sa pag-ikot po namin after the raid, obviously, sir, dun sa scamming activity, sir, na nandun sa loob ng scam hub na yun, sir. As to kung merong legal thing na nangyayari ron to support the claim ng ating pong resource speaker, wala po kaming nakita. Ang nakita lang po namin is the usual thing na ginagawa po ng mga scam farms. Scamming activities lang po like yung lab scam, cryptocurrency scam, and other scam activities.
Thank you, sir. Now, Ms. Casong, upon questioning kanina on your educational background po, a photo was shown by the chairman. Actually, somebody also sent me several photos. Similar din po, no? Was it a graduation or naki-post ka lang to show na you graduated po?
Again po, Mr. Chair, nakipicture lang po ako.
Naki-picture lang?
Opo.
Oh, okay. But it was a graduation party.
Graduation po ng ALS yun.
Yung ALS, oo
Opo.
nga. May mga kaibigan ka doon sa ALS na yun.
To be honest, hindi ko na sila masyado kilala now.
Pero at that time, meron ba? Kasi nakipicture ka lang sabi mo.
Meron siguro, Mr. Chair.
Okay, now if I could just show some of the photos, kasi pinadala lang sa akin it was sent to me through my messenger. I checked the account, medyo fake Yan, that's a graduation photo. But that's an ALS graduation, sabi mo? Not a school graduation.
Opo.
Okay, how about another picture po? Dalawa yun sila. May isa pang picture dyan. Another picture po. It's the same occasion?
Yes po, Mr.
Yung
Chair.
kasama mo, nakipicture lang din na ALS graduate or something?
Siguro po sila graduating po.
Oh, so siya, hindi mo kilala, nakipicture lang?
Possible kilala po, pero...
Okay. Because there's a heart, you can't see the face, no?
Yes po.
Okay. How about the other pictures? Kasi graduation party, I know the background was like, congratulations, etc., etc. What's so funny, Miss Ong?
Natawa lang po ako sa itsura ko.
Okay.
Pasensya na po.
No, may mas ano pa dito, mas funny pa konti dito. Yan. Is that the same graduation po ba? Kasi sa likod na is happy graduation or something.
Yes po, Mr. Chair, same.
That's the same. Do you have a business na cafe? When you were questioned by Congressman Pimentel before, sinabi nila may business ka prior to Whirlwind. May negosyo ka, no? Before Whirlwind.
Meron po.
Cafe to or something.
Oh.
Hindi naman siya like siomai or nothing like that. Hindi.
Hindi po.
Okay, so
Alam
hindi mo
ko na
to
po yung
business
pinuto
tong
ko.
isang picture na to. Sorry pinadala lang to sa akin Yan, hindi yung picture. Is that you?
Yes po, Mr.
Di ba yung
Chair.
kulay ng book mo
Opo.
Okay.
Bali, manager po ako dyan.
Manager ka dyan. Anong place
sa
yan?
Marikina po.
Marikina.
Opo.
Okay, so you went from there to Whirlwind. That's a big leap, Ang laki ng leap niyan, I'm sorry. What's... I didn't know. I didn't look for it myself. It was sent to me, Ikaw ba nagpadala Landan? Okay, anyway. Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's all for my questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Flores. Short question. Ano ba yun?
Pinigil mo ako. Cassandra Ong and Alice Go is talking to each other. Halata po kayo. You're being watched in the whole country.
Okay.
Let me remind you.
Okay, the next to interpolate is Congressman Paulo Ortega.
Mr. Chair, 1 minute interjection, just a clarificatory, because it's related, ayaw nating mawala, Mr. Chair. One question only, if I may, please.
With the indulgence of Congressman Ortega, kasi wala talaga sana tayong interjection.
Very quick question, Mr. Chair, if I may.
Okay, please.
Because I wanted to ask this before. Earlier, Kong Adjong asked Miss Cassie Ong, tinanong po kayo kung kumusta kayo, kumusta ang kain nyo, kumusta po ang low sugar nyo. You mentioned, okay naman kasi may maintenance. Ano po ang maintenance nyo? You don't have to ask your lawyer kung ano yung maintenance mo.
Medical po. Yung hindi ko po sure kung for blood lang po siya. And meron din po for anxiety po.
Hindi, ang tinanong kasi sa inyo kanina, bumaba ang sugar nyo, and you were asked, kumusta po kayo? Ang sagot nyo, may maintenance naman po.
Opo,
So ano po ang maintenance nyo para sa low sugar nyo?
Bali galing po sa hospital
Ano po ang pangalan?
Hindi ko po sure.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, can I ask, when that happened and her sugar normalized, is it not that she was given sugar, Coke, or candy? May pinainom sa inyo, Coke or candy dito?
Meron po, Mr. Chair.
Tapos bumalik sa normal.
Iced tea po nung...
Iced tea.
Sugar.
Yes, iced tea is full of sugar. Just for the record, Mr. Chair, with that, it is very clear that the hypoglycemia or pagbaba ng sugar was self-inflicted. Kaya po pag nangyayari yan, pinapakain ng white rabbit at bumabalik sa normal. That's why I interjected, Mr. Chair, because very troubling sa akin as a mother and as a doctor, napakamatik nung pagsisinungaling ni Miss Cassie Ong. When she was asked low sugar, agad-agad, nakasmile pa with all the eyes. Walang problema kasi may maintenance. In other words, Mr. Chair, I hope I'm wrong, but her actuations and her actions reflects a complete picture of a pathological liar. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congresswoman Garin. Your observation is noted.